I'm so about my 3D. There are people who are just like, oh, it's only gonna be Metal Gear references because the stupid tagline that Stefan put on my thumbnail. I don't know why they did that and not for everybody else, but only for me. I thought of this stream with everybody in mind, you know? So I don't want people who haven't watched my Metal Gear streams or played Metal Gear or anything to, you know, feel left out of the joke. So there's gonna be references, maybe. I mean, you have to watch, but not everyone has watched or played Metal Gear, so, you know, if I don't do a Metal Gear thing, you know, don't freak out in the comments and be like, oh my god, why didn't you say I'm pretty good? What?
Later.
DARPA was testing a new AI and they asked 8 Marines to get close to... I saw that. I don't know what to think of it. Don't talk to me about Metal Gear. My friend talked to me... Okay, oh no. Okay, I'm already here. My friend talked to me about Metal Gear the other night, okay? They were like, did you see that there might be hinting at like a new game or something? What do you think? And I'm like, new game? No. Okay, sorry. The brain rot is... I gotta prove that my Metal Gear brain rot is still alive, okay? It's not Bloons now. It's still Metal Gear. So anyway, they were like, you know, kind of like, don't you want more Metal Gear games? Like, you know, you want them to continue the series? And I was like, no. I will say it 1,000 times over. You know, I want a remake and maybe Metal Gear Rising 2. Sure. I will go with Metal Gear Rising. Do whatever the hell you want to do with that, I suppose. Like, I want a remake if it's a true remake. Not nothing else. Like, don't fucking change. Don't change anything. Don't touch it. Just make it look good. And then, like, they were trying to throw all these, like, different things at me. Sorry, okay, I'm gonna... Okay, sorry. I just went off on them like the other night. So so this is fresh in my brain, okay? Like, they were like, don't you want a Solid Snake origin story? And I was like, no! They were like, don't you want the boss's origin story? And I was like, no! They were trying to be like, don't you want Sniper Wolf's origin story? No! If they were to make Sniper Wolf's origin story, it would not even be a fucking Metal Gear game. It would not be an espionage game. And what, Vulcan Raven? Do you think that guy was the best sneaking soldier of his time? Come on. Like, even the boss, I don't know. I just... Like, I know what they do with these games. They have to make characters and they have to make concepts that will be never brought up ever fucking again, and they'll seem so inconsequential because, like, these characters would only be there for one game. They would never be brought up again. I just don't trust most series to handle it well. You know, okay, that's kind of how I feel like with Quiet in 5. Like, not like, okay, granted, it's the last game that's like from Big Boss's POV. So, like, you know, even in Metal Gear 1, if he was thinking about Quiet, we wouldn't know. But, like, okay, it just seemed like, you know, she was there and then she was not, and this is just gone. Okay, you know, and right now, okay, this was my thing. Sorry. I was so heated. I was like, okay, right now, they have basically like a near perfect, I put perfect in quotes, but you have like a near perfect series, you know? Like, that has so few bad games and that people look back fondly, you know? Like, and like, just think of it as like a near perfect series. You know what I mean? Like, it's, okay, take Shrek for example, you know? Okay, it's an amazing series, right? But you have the first movie, which is so awesome. The second movie, which is the best. The third, which is terrible. And then the fourth, which is, like, amazing. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You can't just continue a series and expect that everything is going to be so great. At one point, it's gonna fucking suck. And I've seen too many of my favorite series go in that direction where it'll be like the best thing ever and then they just keep going and you're just like, oh no, it was the best thing ever. But no, Metal Gear right now is like, oh, basically perfect. It's like, it's an enigma. They've gone through 5 main games that are like basically the epitome of like gaming cinema. You don't want to fuck it up. And anytime you add a new story, anytime you add a spin-off, anything like that, it muddies the timeline. The timeline is already kind of fucked because, you know, in 5 you introduce these parasites that are never introduced again. But they were like, what if a soldier on MSF or Mother or Outer Heaven, I don't know, got their own game, like a side story? And I'm like, what are you gonna do? I don't care about some fucking nobody. I care about Big Boss. Also, that's one thing I don't agree with in the series is like, okay, with Peace Walker, I understand because it was like a multiplayer aspect. But in Metal Gear 5, I don't like that you can go out on missions not as Big Boss. I've always been against that, even in Peace Walker, but I understood the concept. But I've always been against that because it totally undermines his reputation. He is supposed to be the greatest soldier in the world. And Kaz even says, I've given you these missions that only you can handle. These missions are only for you. Then why am I sending some motherfucker over here named like Cheesy Cockroach to go out on a goddamn mission and do this when I am the greatest soldier in the world? There's no disadvantage. There's no disadvantage for going out as another person. Like, you get to use the same weapons. You get to use the same running, everything. You have unlimited stamina. It's the same exact thing. So, like, it just makes the boss seem like he's as normal as everybody else. But he's supposed to be the greatest soldier in the whole world. Why? Okay. Okay, I'm fine. Anyway. No, I don't want any more Metal Gear games. Don't turn it into FNAF. Anyway, monkey go boom. They really were trying to argue with the fact that, like, you could make Snake's or Solid Snake's origin story. I was like, what is he gonna do? First, sorry, I don't mean to keep going off like this, but it was a long conversation. I was like, what are you gonna do? We all know that Metal Gear 1 is his first mission, so what is he gonna do? And then, you know, they're always, like I said, they're going to introduce characters that Snake will never talk about or mention ever again. That's what happens when you release things out of chronological order. And, yeah, like... Just play Metal Gear today. This is Metal Gear Saturdays. Oh. Okay, I'm done.